Good morning. I only call you fucks because that's what it took to make you. Took some fucking. Hey, we've been fucking. We made a child. He's our fucking child. He came from our fucking. Top of the fucking morning to you. Hopefully you're not, and maybe you are, and I don't know. Living in America. We're living in America, boys. We just got our dictator, Mr. Donald J. Trumpkin, back. Donald J. Trumpkin, the man that looks like a pumpkin, and he tastes like pumpkin spice. The oldest president ever inducted into the Hall of Presidential Fame. Elon Musk wants to do his Hail Hitler sign straight from the heart. Straight from the heart, he's a fucking Hitler worshiper. I know, I get it. Elon Musk didn't even pick up his own child. In that one clip where he's up on stage, his kid's up on stage, what you're supposed to do, Elon, little PSA for Elon, you're supposed to pick your fucking child up and point to him and say, we're doing the future for him. We're making the future great for him. That would have like shown some humanity of like where you're actually at with your heart, but nah, heaven forbid Elon not be a fucking robot. It was quite disturbing. But that's me being a father and knowing that if I was in that position, everything's a form of manipulation. I know this, but at least you'd want to manipulate the people into like thinking you might care about your kid. Again, that's just coming from a father. You're supposed to pretend you like your children. That's kind of how it goes. If you don't pretend like you like your kids, then people think you don't like your kids. Or at least they don't think it, they know it. We're living in America. We're 2025. We're in 2025. We're actually 38. But yay. I like to smoke cigarettes because we don't want to be here as long as we, no, we're good. I like to ramble on. I like to mumble. I don't really have anything to say other than what I observed last night. Biden's a sleepy piece of shit. Trump is our new dictator. Elon Musk loves Hitler and sucks on Hitler's cock. What else? Alex Jones is trying to sell fucking commemorative coins like a fucking idiot. What else do we got? I don't know. I guess I was just disturbed by the Elon thing. By not the Hail Hitler thing, but him just not picking up his kid. Like, he let his kid just fucking wander around the stage, and it's like, dude, you're supposed to pick your son up, and, like, you're talking about doing things for humanity in the future. You might want to, like, point to your kid and say, hey, we're doing it for my son. We're doing it for all the children. He didn't pick his son up at all. He just kind of, like, let his kid fucking hang off on the stage, and, yeah. Good morning, Leslie. How's it going? Hi. Kind of. Still a little bit, I guess, from this morning, but not too high. Just a little bit. I'm just going over what the fucking most current events are with the Elon Musk doing the Hail Hitler. Straight from the heart, Straight from the heart. Thanks, Elon. We know you love Hitler. That's great. Like I was just saying, I was more disturbed by his lack of any kind of emotion towards his child, where it proves that he's just a businessman. He's not in it for humanity. If he actually had humanity, he would have picked his son up and had his son like, yeah, hey, look at this, and we're doing it for my son and children and the future. They are the future, right? Which is correct. It's not like it wouldn't be like he's being facetious, but instead he lets his kid just go unattended in that way. Dude, you had a really good opportunity and you chose to just hail Hitler from your heart. What the fuck, man? He wants to sell you products. He wants to sell you a product. That's the same it's the same dog and pony show that every other motherfucking businessman is in it for. They're in it to sell you a product. The Trump coin, Everything is a business. This is the land of the law. This is not the land of the free, you idiots. It used to be because we escaped, but it's not the land of the free, it's the land of the law. So everyone goes according to the law. They don't give a fuck about red or blue or left or right or up or down or if it's good or bad. They care about if it's legal. So if you can legally be the president and start your own meme coin, if you can legally be the ex-CEO and the PayPal guy and this guy, if you can do it legally, they don't care about the morality of any of it. They don't even care about the humanity of it. They don't give a shit. They'll claim to give a shit. They're gonna claim to care a lot. Melania's making a coin. Yes, exactly. But I'm just saying what a good actor does is get you to believe that they're telling the truth. And that's a good actor. Wow, I was truly convinced that that's what they were really feeling. No, they were just getting paid to feel that way because they're a fucking actor. They're an actress. So it's still like wear a mask, called a personality, do a show, which is called an act, and then convince the audience that you give a fuck about them. When really, in all actuality, behind closed doors, behind your eyes and in your mind and in your heart and soul, you don't give a fuck at all. You're a sociopathic fucking biological organism. But I care about my friends and family. Why? So you can sell them your product or your service? You know what I mean? So you can like give people your business card? So you can be a shill for a fucking product? I guess that's what I'm really disheartened by, because I'm like, oh, that's what I had to grow up and understand. Everything's just a product. No wonder we objectify every single thing in the world, because it is an object. Oh my God, what do you mean? It's an object, and it's also known as a product. But we're going to sell you a product that, okay, Elon, thanks for your Cybertruck. It's a piece of shit. He made so much money from idiots. Did the economy get better because he made Cybertrucks? Did the environment get better because he made Cybertrucks? Did anyone's life get better because he made Cybertrucks? No. It's a status symbol. It's a toy. It's a cyber dumpster. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. It's a piece of shit product. I'm a human on the planet who has a lot more thoughts on my mind than just what product can I push. Oh my God, I need to get merchandise so I can push a product to my people. For what? I'd actually rather make your life better by giving you some words of wisdom than giving you some piece of shit product that's going to break or going to be made by some slave labor anyways. Not really glorifying California dumpster with windows. Yeah, California is a dumpster. It's a dumpster fire now, and now it's over. Nobody likes California. Nobody likes California. Not even Californians like California. It's a status symbol. It's a status symbol. Oh my God, you live in California? Immediately, if you hear that, it doesn't matter where you live in California. You could just tell somebody, well, I live in California. Oh my God, it's a status symbol. It's like buying a Jeep. All of a sudden, you go from not having a Jeep to having a Jeep. And now when you drive by other Jeeps, they're going to give you that little Jeep wave. Like, hey man, hey, how's it going? What did you do to get into that club of the Jeep wave? You bought a Jeep. So it's the same thing as like, how'd you get in that club? Well, I bought a place in California. Oh, so it's a status symbol. It has nothing to do. It's a good environment, meaning like geographical location on the planet. That's why I like living in Michigan. I personally like living in Michigan because it's a good geographical location on the planet. It's not filled with fucking hurricanes and tight fucking tsunamis and bullshit like that. Like, Michigan has some tornadoes once in a blue moon. No volcanoes, no lava, no liquid hot magma coming through the living room. Like, nothing like that. So geographically, it's pretty good. I can understand why these other religions and these other places around the world, the geographical locations, suck. They fucking suck. Oh, what keeps you there? Our religion. We think that this is the land of Jesus or the land of Muhammad or the land of whoever made up bullshit, blah, 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 character that we made up. So you guys don't understand that the climate changes and you could like get the fuck out of this sand? No, we love it here. Nothing grows. And we're starving, so bring us food. How about you just go to where the fucking food's at, you dumb fuckers? Like, It's the same concept. It's still the same topics being beaten over and beaten over and beaten over. Anything I say or talk about has already been said and talked about in another way, shape, or form. So it's still a regurgitation of the same information. I'd rather just be like, well, it's up to you. You can't wait for the government to help you. You can't really stick around and like, oh wait, who's in the office? Who's in the office? Who's in the office? How does that make a difference? Well, all of a sudden my food's gonna be less. If you don't hunt for your food, then your food will be less. There ain't no fucking difference in the politicians. Like, when Biden was in office, I still made the same amount of money. When Trump is in office, I still make the same amount of money. Do I spend the same amount of money? Probably not. Be a lot different. But that's the only severe factor. Like, how much do things cost? How much could things cost compared to how much they do cost? I bought a battery recently for my car. Last time I bought a battery for a vehicle, it was probably almost 10 years ago. I haven't had to buy a battery for some reason in like 10 years. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be like $50. It'll be like $60. $224. What? What do you mean? $224 for a battery that I would buy for $50 like 10 years ago? What is the difference? Literally, I mean, I know 10 years is kind of some time, but what the fuck is the actual difference between how you made the batteries 10 years ago and how you make the batteries now? Is there some drastic increase in technology that I don't know about? What the fuck are you talking about? How did it 10 years ago be about $50? Now it's 220, 250, 300? Like, what do you... 224 was the cheapest one I could find for my car. I'm like, what the fuck? I shouldn't have to pay 4 times as much as how it cost this much 10 years ago, and now we're... What do you mean, quadruple? That's the kind of shit that doesn't make sense, because materials and labor and all this other shit, it didn't really increase that much in the last 10 years. So why the fuck does it cost that much? Well, because, you know, we have little fees and fines and taxes and regulations, and we got, you know, we all need to get our fair share and our cut. I guess I'm excited for that kind of shit because I want to see what the Department of Government Efficiency will actually do. And like I was telling my brother the other night, the system that we have, it's not that the system is broken. The system has been mismanaged by corrupt pieces of shit. Corrupt pieces of shit have made it where the system gets fucking basically money laundered, and they just take all the money that we, the taxpayers, worked hard for. So if you had a system that's not broken, because it's not broken, you just managed it correctly, and you weren't a bunch of pisshead, shithead, dickheads, corrupt cocksuckers, maybe the system could work, because it's not the system that's broken, it's just mismanaged. Manage the system correctly, bring in the DOGE, see that, holy shit, we don't need to pay $900 for a toilet seat, and then all that government spending will be reduced, and then all that extra money will be, available. What do you mean? Well, yeah, when we don't have a small group of people stealing and skimming off the top every fucking chance they get, when you actually have the money that we put into this nest egg, because we're the fucking taxpayers, that money could go back into the economy and back into the infrastructure. You mean when there's not a small select group of greedy cocksuckers having their hands in every single bit of it, we could actually benefit and thrive in this system because the system's not broken, it's just run by greedy cocksuckers who keep all the fucking money for themselves and steal all of our fucking tax money? Okay. How did they steal it? Well, they give it to their friends with write-offs and with this and with that and a tax cut and like... It's not actually thievery. It's not actually like they went up to the bank and pulled a gun and robbed you. It's not like that. And then a way to get around it is to do a job where you're not paying taxes. You're an independent contractor and then you just pay the taxes when you want to. That's about the only way. And you'll eventually have to pay the taxes, obviously. You don't want to go to prison for tax evasion. But again, you wouldn't be technically giving your tax money to anybody because you wouldn't be paying taxes until you want to. So like me, for example, I've done my taxes, but I haven't really done my taxes in a couple of years because I just haven't. I've done them but I haven't done them. And I think I owe some money, but I've been more wrapped up in my other shit. So when it comes time to figuring out how much I really owe, it's still just a thing of, hey, we'll put you on a payment plan. We'll put you on this as long as you're paying. Well, yeah, because why in the fuck do you get taxed without representation? Because they show us, they're like, well, you know, it's no representation without taxation. Okay, then that would make it where if you don't pay taxes, you can't be represented. And then if you're not represented, are you a citizen? Well, yeah, you're technically a citizen still, but represent yourself. I guess that's what it comes down to, is I'd rather represent myself than to think that Donald Trump represents me, or Elon Musk, or Biden, or any political figure of any sort. I would never want them representing me. But that's what the political shit is like, well, who, if you had to choose between this person and this person, who would you want to represent you? Neither. I'd rather represent myself. Well, once you say represent so long, it just kind of gets old and mundane, and now it loses the meaning, because what the fuck does represent mean? Nobody represents you except for yourself anyways. When you go outside and you look the way you do and you act the way you do, that's your reputation. That's what you're doing. So why do you need any representation when it's all about your reputation? Where's the tax money going? Where's it going? Into the pockets of who? Who's got the insider information, like Nancy Pelosi and her husband? What did they do with all this stuff? What are they doing? Oh, really? Where does all that money... Who is funding their corruption? The taxpayer. So what should you do as, I don't know, a sovereign person in this country with a fucking brain in your head? Just stop paying taxes. How do I do that? Quit your job. I can't do that. Then you're a slave. No, I'm not. I just want to survive. Yes, that's true. But you're also a slave. So, accept it. But I'm not a slave. Okay, go somewhere for free. What do you mean? Go anywhere for free and go try to eat. Go try to sleep. Go try to live. Go try to ride. Go try to do anything for free. You don't live in a free country. That's an illusion. You live in a country that determines whether you're going to actually succeed or not by how much money you make them. It's the gross domestic product, and it's about productivity. You're not producing anything. Okay, what? And if you are producing something, well, it's going to be taxed. What do you mean? Well, yeah, we need a cut of that. For what? Well, for the roads and the schools that are fucking crumbling. Well, yeah. So does any of my money go for the roads or schools? We can't really tell you. We can't disclose that information. I want to know where my money's going. I want to know what it's going for. I want transparency. I want to see where every single motherfucking penny was spent. That's what it should be. It's the same thing like C-SPAN. It's not like everyone's going to be interested in the information, but as long as it's available, you can't really bitch that it wasn't available. That's really what it comes down to. That's the same thing with any kind of legal contract or policy where it's like, hey, we put it in the policy. You signed the policy. You signed the fucking thing. You signed the contract. Just because you didn't read the Apple fucking waiver doesn't mean you didn't sign it and agree to everything we said. So now, yes, you're a human centipede and you're getting poop in your mouth. Sorry, Kyle. You should have read it. Should have read the agreement, the user agreement. It's going to be a good day. It's already a good day. It's a Taco Tuesday. Here in Michigan, it's like fucking -5 degrees. It sucks. The sun is coming up, though. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, I said, oh, it's all right. I hope you have a good one. I'm going to go jack off in my mind somewhere because I'm in public and I can't do it here. think they need to have little jack-off stations, almost like a car wash. Have things like that for jacking off and for sex. You don't need to rent a hotel room for a whole night. They used to do, rooms by the hour or whatever, but if you had like a car wash setup where you pull in and you all spray your car off, you could just pull in, shut the door, have a limited amount of time, and that's where you go and fuck your girlfriend in your car. Or that's where you go blow your nut into a napkin somewhere. Where you're able to relieve your animalistic urge when you have your animalistic urge, and you don't have to bother anybody with it. That's really it. It'd be like a tug and go or something like that. Rubbers and tuggers, little tuggers. What is it? Oh, it's kind of like an old car wash, but you just pull in, you shut the door, you press the little timer, and put your money in, blah, 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 press the timer, and now you're private for at least 15 minutes. You can get it done. It gives you 8 minutes to fucking clean up. It takes you about 2 or 3 minutes to fucking get your pants undone and get your dick in your hand and get it kind of prepped and ready. It takes you a couple more minutes to find the porn you want, and then it takes about 3 minutes to blow your load, so... Yeah, I like being sick. I like being gross. It's my favorite. I like being, just being myself. Have a good one. Don't kill yourselves. Not yet.